Now, if you need to fix something broken at home, لو في حاجة اتكسرت في الهوم بتاعك, you will get a specialist to fix that thing. هنجيب حد متخصص عشان يصلحها. Surely this person will bring along the tools needed. السبيشاليست ده هيجيب التولز معاه عشان يصلح الحاجة اللي اتكسرت دي. Studying mathematics is similar to this case. You also use tools. احنا كمان عندنا tools بنستخدمها. These tools are the facts we have learned. وكمان ال patterns we have noticed. Our tools كمان ال relationships we have explored and the different strategies we have learned. We will use these tools today. هنستخدم كل التولز بتاعتنا today in lesson 8. Algorithms and two-digit multiplication. In this lesson, we will learn how to apply a variety of strategies to solve two-digit by two-digit multiplication problems. Let's now move to the question in Access part, page 288 in your school book. Let's see it all together. Here in page 288, for this question, we need to think about how we have used facts, patterns, and relationships to help us learn challenging mathematics. I'll give you now time to think about this question and write the answers in your own words using what we learned before and what we will learn today. As I said in the beginning, today we will learn النهارده هنتعلم how to use a variety of strategies of multiplication. In the first part of build in page 288, there are some problems that we need to solve using more than one way. هنستخدم أكتر من طريقة في الحل بتاعهم. First, we will estimate the product. أول حاجة هنعمل estimation in each problem to be able to imagine the exact product. Later, also, please don't forget that rounding is a common way to estimate. Then we will calculate. بعد ما أعمل estimation هجيب بقى exact product using the area model strategy. At last, we will assess our answer using the partial products algorithm. هتأكد بقى إن الأنسر بتاعي صح بعد ما استخدم ال partial products algorithm. Now, let's start all together. Here in problem number 1. Here's problem number 1. طيب, I need to multiply 53 times 28. In the first step, we will estimate the answer. أول حاجة هعمل estimation to the answer. We can round 28 to 30, right? And 53 to 50. ممكن أخلي 28 دي 30. ممكن أخلي 53 50. Then what should I do? I will multiply 50 times 30. Okay, so زي ما اتفقنا I'll put these two zeros out, then multiply the two numbers. Here 5 times 3 gives me what? Of course, 5 times 3 equals 15. So the estimated answer is 1,500. In the second step, we will calculate the exact product using what? Using the area model strategy. طيب, area model كنا بنعمل ايه؟ Yes, we will draw the model. Okay, so draw it with me, model like this. Okay, but first of all, I will draw the model. Then I will arrange the numbers and decompose the two numbers. So don't forget to put the multiplication sign here. طيب, أنا عندي 53 times 28, right? So I decompose 28 into 20 and 8. تعالوا نكتب كده 20 and 8. And then what should I do? Decompose 53 into 50 and 3. Right here 50 and 3. Then what should I do? I will multiply. هعمل 20 times 50. 20 times 50 gives me what? Of course, I'll put the two zeros here. Then 2 times 5 equals 10. Then what should I do? I will multiply 20 times 3. So 2 times 3 is 6 and put the 0 to be 60. Then what should I do? I will start with the second number. هعمل 8 times 50 and then 8 times 3. Right? So 8 times 50 equals what? Yes, I will put the 0 here. Then ask yourself, 8 times 5 equals what? Equals 40. so the answer is 400. By the same way, I'll multiply 8 times 3. 8 times 3 equals what? Of course, equals 24. طيب بعد بعمل كده هعمل ايه؟ Yes, I will add these 4 products to get the final answer. So 1000 plus 60 plus 400 plus 24. When you add all these numbers, the final answer will be 1484. طيب, now the exact product is this number. It is very close to the estimated answer. Look, the estimated answer was 1500 and the exact product is 1484. They are very close to each other. Now let's check our answer and solve the problem using another way, which is the partial products algorithm. Now I will solve it using partial products algorithm. طيب, أول حاجة كنت بعملها إيه؟ Yes, first of all, we need to predict how many partial products will result from this problem. هيبقى عندي كام partial products? Yes, look here, I have 4 parts. So, of course, I will have 4 partial products. Okay? طيب, تعالوا نشوف بقى how can I solve it using the partial products algorithm. I will put the 2 numbers first under each other. Let's write it. يبقى هكتب 53 times 28. 53 times 28 under each other. And now I'll start with the smaller number, which is below. I'll multiply the number in the ones place, which is 8, by the whole number. So we'll multiply 8 by 3 and 8 by 50. تعالوا نكتبها كده. يبقى هكتب 8 times 3 و 8 times 50. ليه 50? Because 5 is tenths. Then we multiply 20 by the whole number. So I'll multiply 20 times 3. 20 times 3 and 20 times 50. Because both 2 and 5 are tenths, يبقى عملت 20 times 50. Okay, let's write بقى the answers. So 8 times 3 equals what? 8 times 3 equals 24. Then 8 times 50 equals what? Of course, 8 times 5, 40, and put the 0 to be 400. Then 20 times 3 equals what? 2 times 3, 6, put the 0 to be 60. I write it like this, ones and tenths. The last number, 20 times 50. Yes, I know, 2 times 5, 10, put the 2 zeros here, so it will be 1000. Then what should I do? I will add all these numbers or all these partial products. So I will add the ones, then the tenths, the hundred, and the thousand. So the answer will be 1484. This is the same answer we had by using the area model, as you see here. Now, please use the same way to answer problem number 2. Now I'll give you time to solve the problem, and we will review the answers when we got back. And now, after you have finished, a lot of you rounded. I know that a lot of you rounded 75 to 70. Let's see the problem. Here's problem number 2. A lot of you rounded 75 into 70 and 38 into 40 and multiplied 70 by 40. 70 by 40, this is the estimated answer. So 70 times 40 gives me what? Yes, 70 times 40. I'll put the 2 zeros here. 7 times 4, 28. So the estimated answer is 2,800. And then, what about the area model? If you use the area model, the exact product will be 2,850. Okay? So, let's check now our understanding and solve problem number 3. But let's solve problem number 3 all together on the board. Type. Here in problem number 3, we need to multiply 44 times 39. We need to multiply 44 times 39 equals what? In the first step, we will estimate. هنعمل estimation to the answer. We can round 44 to 40 with 39 also to 40. So what should I do? I'll multiply 40 times 40. So 40 times 40 equals what? I'll put the 2 zeros here. Then 4 times 4 equals 16. The answer is 1,600. And this is the estimated number. And now let's assess our answer. تعالوا نتأكد بقى من الأنسر بتاعنا and solve the problem using the partial products algorithm. Of course, the partial product algorithm will be 4. Why? Because there are 4 sections in the area model. If you solve it through the area model, you will find that it has 4 sections. So we'll multiply 9 times 4. طيب تعالوا نعملها first under each other. يبقى 44 times 39. Then what is the first step? Yes, I will make 9 times 4. So write it here, 9 times 4. And then what should I do? I'll multiply 9 by the tens. يبقى هعمل 9 times 4, then 9 times 40. 9 times 40. Then what should I do? Of course, I will multiply 30 times 4. 30 times 4. The last step here, I'll multiply 30 times 40. 30 times 40 because both numbers are tens. Let's complete the solution of this problem. يبقى 9 times 4 equals what? Of course, 9 times 4, 36. 9 times 40 equals what? Equals 360. I will write it like this. Here the ones, tens, and the 100. 30 times 4. Of course, 3 times 4, 12, and put the 0 to be 120. Then 30 times 40. 3 times 4, 12, put the 2 zeros. So I will write it like this. Then what should I do? I will add all the partial products I have. So when I make 36 plus 360 plus 120 plus 1,200, the answer will be 1,716. And this will be the final answer. Now it is the same product as we have using the area model. لو استخدمنا الاريا موديل هنلاقي بالظبط the same answer. طيب in the second part of build, let's try the standard algorithm on page 289 and 290. Here we have 4 multiplication problems to solve them using the standard algorithm. But will we not start with the standard algorithm? أنا مش هبدأ دلوقتي بالستاندرد algorithm. We will solve the problems first using the same way as the last activity. أول حاجة I will estimate the answer. Then I will calculate the exact product using 2 ways. The first way, partial products algorithm. The second way, the standard algorithm. To assess the solution عشان أتأكد من الأنسر بتاعي. Let's try it all together. تعالوا نحل مع بعض problem number 1. Okay, here in problem number 1. Here in problem number 1, he wants me to multiply 52 times 36. تعالوا نكتبها مع بعض. 52 times 36. Okay, so first I will estimate the answer. أول حاجة بعمل estimation. I will round 52 into 50 and 36 into 40. يبقى هعمل 50 times 40. Hey, 50 times 40 equals what? Yes, of course, I'll put the 2 zeros. 5 times 4 equals 20. So the answer is, or the estimated answer is 2,000. Now, تعالوا بقى, let's calculate the exact product using the partial products algorithm. Of course, the partial product algorithm will be also 4. Why? Because you are multiplying a 2-digit number by a 2-digit number. تعالوا نعملها مع بعض. يبقى first of all, I will put the 2 numbers under each other like you see here. وبعدين هعمل ايه؟ Yes, I'll multiply 6 times 2, then 6 times 50. تعالوا نكتبها مع بعض. 6 times 2 first, and then 6 times 50. Then, what should I do? Yes, 30 times 2. Then, 30 times 50. Why? Because 3 and 5 are tens. So I write it as 30 times 50. And now let's complete the answer. يبقى 6 times 2 equals what? 6 times 2, 12. I will write it as ones and tens. 6 times 50 equals what? Of course, I'll put the 0 as it is. 6 times 5, 30. 30 times 2. So I will put the 0 here. 3 times 2 equals 6. Then 30 times 50, I will put the 2 zeros, ones and tens. 3 times 5, 15. So I will write it as it is. Then what should I do? I will add all the partial products all together to get the final answer. So the answer will be 1,872. This is my final answer. This is very close to the estimated answer. Look, this is 2,000 and this is 1,872. They are very close to each other. And now let's use the standard algorithm. تعالوا بقى نستخدم الطريقة الثانية اللي هي ال standard algorithm. We will start with the ones place in the similar number. طيب تعالوا نشوف بقى هنعملها ازاي. This is the standard algorithm. Here I'll put the two numbers also under each other. أنا عندي هنا 52 times 36. Then what should I do? I will start with the ones. هعمل إيه؟ هعمل 6 times 2. Hey, 6 times 2 equals what? 12, of course. So here, as you see, 12, 2 is in the ones place and 1 is tens. So I will regroup the 1 in the tens place. I'll put the 1 up here. يبقى again, 2 times 6, 12. Put 2 down and regroup the 1 on the tens. Then what should I do? I will multiply 6 times 5, right? 6 times 5 equals what? Of course, 6 times 5, 30. Don't forget to add the 1. So 30 plus 1 will be 31. Then what should I do? I'll multiply the digit in the tens place, which is 3. هعمل 3 times 2. Here 3 times 2 equals what? 6, right? I'm sure that you know that 3 is in the tens place, it will be 30. So I'll put 0 here and 3 times 2 equals 6. Then what should I do? I will multiply 3 times 5. 3 times 5 equals what? 3 times 5 equals 15. Then the last step, what should I do? I will just add these two numbers, okay? So 2 plus 0 equals 2, 6 plus 1, 7, 5 plus 3, 8, and 1 in the thousand. So the answer is 1,872. Okay, after I have finished this example by solving it by the standard form, now let's solve another problem. تعالوا نشوف بقى problem number 2. Here we need to multiply 63 times 28. تعالوا نكتبها كده مع بعض. Okay, now let's move to problem number 2. طيب, problem number 2, I want to multiply 63 times 28. يلا write it with me. 63 times 28. So, first we will estimate the product. أول حاجة هعمل estimation للأنسر بتاعي. I will round 63 to 60 with 28 to 30. So, I'll multiply 60 times 30. Okay, 60 times 30 equals what? Excellent. I'll put these two zeros and 6 times 3 equals 18. So, the answer or the estimated answer will be 1,800. Now, تعالوا بقى, let's calculate the exact product using the partial products algorithm. As you know, there are 4 partial products. What are they? تعالوا نكتبهم مع بعض. But first of all, I will put the two numbers under each others like this. يبقى 63 times 28. أول حاجة هعملها إيه؟ 8 times 3. Then what should I do? 8 times 60. And then I'll move to the tens. 20 times 3. And finally 20 times 60 because 2 and 6 are tens. So 20 times 60. طيب, let's move back to the next step and let's solve these problems. Okay, now 8 times 3 equals what? Yes, of course, 8 times 3 equals 24, so I write it here. 8 times 60 equals what? Of course, 8 times 6 equals 48, and put the 0 to be 480. Next step, 20 times 3. Yes, I'll put the 0 as it is. 2 times 3, 6. It will be 60. The last one, 20 times 60. I'll put the 2 zeros here. Then 2 times 6 equals 12. I will put it like this. Then what should I do? Yes, I will add all the partial products together. So the answer will be 1764 after I add all these numbers. The final product will be as you see. Yes, as we know that these two answers, the estimated product and the exact number, they are very close to each other. And now let's use the standard algorithm. تعالوا بقى نستخدم ال standard algorithm in this solution or in this problem. Let's write it all together. To use the standard algorithm, I must start by putting the numbers vertically or under each other. يبقى هكتبها again 63 times 28. In the standard algorithm, I must start with the ones. يبقى هعمل إيه؟ هعمل 8 times 3. 8 times 3 equals what? 24. So, like you see here, 4 is ones, so I'll put it here, and I will regroup the 2 on the tens. I'll put 2 here, regroup 2 here. Then, what should I do? Yes, I will multiply 8 times 6. 8 times 6 equals what? 48. And don't forget to add the 2. 48 plus 2 gives me 50. So I'll put 50 here. Then what should I do? I'll multiply the tens. 2 times 3 equals what? 6. But this is 60, right? Because now we are multiplying the tens. So I'll put 0 here and 6 here. Then the last step, what should I do? 2 times 6 equals 12. So put 12 here. After I have 504 and 1260, I will add these two numbers. So the answer will be 1764. This is the final answer. And now, as you see, it is the same product we have when using the partial products algorithm. Now we have practiced solving multiplication problems using more than one strategy. النهارده استخدمنا أكتر من strategy. Now let's move to the connect part, page 291 in your school book. I need you to think about the different multiplication strategies you have learned for multiplying two-digit numbers. Which multiplication strategy is easiest? أنه strategy كانت very easy for you to use وليه? And which strategy do you want to practice more? To have more practice on multiplication, there are more problems under practice on page 291 in your school book. Now we will solve these problems using any strategy you have studied. But as the focus today, النهارده الدرس بتاعنا بيتكلم عن the standard algorithm. I need you to solve any two problems using the standard algorithm, and other two can be solved by any strategy you want. Now let's solve problem number 1 all together using the standard algorithm. Let's move to problem number 1, the practice part. Okay. Here problem number 1, I need to multiply 67 times 21. تعالوا نكتبها مع بعض. 67 times 21. Okay, so I will start by multiplying the digit in the ones place. احنا اتفقنا هنستخدم ال standard form, so I write them under each other. يبقى 67 times 21. I will start with the ones place. So I'll multiply 1 times 7. Here 1 times 7 equals what? Excellent. 1 times 7 equals 7. Then multiply 1 times 6. 1 times 6 equals what? Equals 6. And now I'll move to the tens. So I'll multiply 2 times 7. 2 times 7 equals 14. ناخد بالنا إن 2 دي tens. So I'll put 4 here and regroup the 1. Then 2 times 6, 12. And take care that to add the 1. 12 plus 1 will be 13. So I will write 13 here. I will add these two numbers, 67 plus 1,340. The answer will be 1,407, and this will be the final answer. Now let's solve problem number 3 using also the standard algorithm. تعالوا بقى نشوف problem number 3 using the same method. Problem number 3, he wants me to multiply 15 times 76. تعالوا نعمل 15 times 76. Using the same way, يبقى هعمل 15 times 76, right? Then, what should I do? Yes, I will start with the ones. So, 6 times 5 equals what? 6 times 5 equals 30. I'll put 0 down and carry up 3 or regroup 3 on the tens. Then, 6 times 1 equals what? 6 times 1 equals 6 plus 3, 9. So, put 9 here. Then, I will start multiplying the tens. 7 times 5 equals what? 7 times 5 equals 35. بس ناخد بالنا here we are in the tens. So 35, I'll put 5 here and carry up 3 or regroup the 3. Then 7 times 1 equals what? 7 times 1 equals 7 plus 3 equals 10. So I will write 10 here. Then add 90 plus 1,050. 90 plus 1,050 gives me what? Yes, here I will write 0. 9 plus 5 gives me what? 14. And here 1 and 1, so the answer will be 1,140. Now you can solve the rest of the problems using the strategy you prefer, any strategy you prefer. Thus, we have achieved the learning target for today's lesson. We have applied a variety of strategies to solve 2-digit by 2-digit multiplication problems. To have more practice, you can check your understanding. You can use the code shown here or on page 288 in your school book to access the check your understanding part. Thank you so much everyone for your watching, and see you soon.